Is being a voice actor in a video game any different than in a movie or a TV show?
Yes, it is. It is different voicing a game as opposed to those because, as I mentioned earlier, we're in a room generally by ourselves with just the directors, the writers, the producers, the engineer. They're in the one room, we're in the sound booth, and we're just recording like I am right now. I'm in my recording studio in my booth at home recording this for you. And with most animated TV shows, you're all together as a cast. So you get to kind of, joke around and play off the lines with each other and all that. In movies, it can be a mixed bag. Sometimes you're alone, sometimes you're with the rest of the cast. I've had the great honor of that with Ninja Turtles. When we first recorded the film, TMNT, we were all four of us, all four brothers, were together. Mikey Kelly, Nolan North, and Mitchell Whitfield, and myself. We were all together. But then later, when Weinstein's bought the film and changed it, and they rewrote the whole script and they changed the whole thing around, we ended up ADRing, which is automatic dialogue replacement, replacing every line that we had recorded previously in the film to picture. We had to watch the picture, the finished artwork, and redo the lines. But with a video game, most of the time in video games, you have that freedom to just kind of go for it, unless, again, you are doing a dubbing situation or time situation. A lot of times in video games, it is very much dependent upon the time. They say we have so much, we have 1.5 second to get this line, or we have 3.7 seconds to get this. You know what I mean? So you work in that world sometimes, but other times as well, you're just isolated, just recording just your lines and not really having too much interaction with anybody else. Now, granted, the directors a lot of times will read the other lines to you and give you context of where you are and what you're doing. But it is different in that, and it is concentrated work. I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Video game directors are coming into their own, I think, now, and they're learning more and more about how actors work in telling a story and not just getting the grunts and the groans and the attacks, all that stuff. They are telling stories that go greater and far more reaching than films now. And so they're getting it. And the writers as well, they're coming up with some great storylines. So it is great fun to work in video games. It is a bit more vocally strenuous at times because you are just concentrated yourself. 4 hours at a time, you're just in there laying down line after line after line and character, jumping from character to character, depending on the game. And if I'm doing a Ratchet game, usually I'm just Ratchet. We're going through the storyline. They book out 4 hours. It takes us maybe 2 hours. We take our time. We enjoy ourselves. We go through the story. They really get my head into the story, and we do that. Or we will take the full 4 hours and really just get deep into those little bits of it. But if I'm doing a game where I'm playing just kind of, other little characters here and there, and it like well, a lot of games that I can't say because so many games have confidentiality things. Anyways, if there's games where I'm doing multiple characters, that work can be a little more strenuous, and it is very different from movie or TV work where you are just following a script and going along with the other actors. So it is all great fun, and I recommend for anyone that wants to be a voice actor to take care of their voice, to care for it, to exercise it, to train it, and to learn all aspects of their own voice before going out and trying to be 20 other voices or 100 other voices or 1,000 other voices. Everybody wants to do multiple voices. If you can do your voice great, then you're set. And all of the rest will come on top of that afterwards. So I thank you so much for your time, Zach, and I hope that this gives you what you need. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching my video, or rather listening. And thank you, James Arnold Taylor, for this great interview that he gave me, and it was truly an experience for a huge fan and as a writer. Thank you again.